All right, so for those of you joining us on YouTube in the future, that's a good reminder for everybody in chat. I have a YouTube channel, and you should go check it out after I'm done being live today. We have Naya token burns. So we've got some Dr. Peasies and some Mentors and a bunch of token traders. We've got a good old-fashioned honest Violent Outburst. And then we've got some burn spells. We've got some bolts, we've got some Boros Charms, we've got some Helixes, we've got some Atarka's commands for that Anthem effect. Not a huge fan of Stoneforge Mystics artwork. So, it's not that memes are exclusive to Monday, it's that Monday is exclusive to memes. So, we play things that qualify as memes most of the week, a lot of the time. There's almost at least one a day. It's just on Mondays, you get to know that every deck we play. This hand is sweet. Yes, I would love it. Can we appreciate how sweet this hand is? What is Grave Titan? Grave Titan.deck is somebody handed me a 50 to build my most favorite Grave Titan deck. So I haven't done that yet. So that's a good heads up to people out there. If you have a card that you want a deck built around that like you think is sweet, if you reach out, I can't do it for everything. There's some cards that are just not modern playable. But there's a number that we can get like close to playable. And for a $50 or more donation, I am willing to build a deck around a card or small subset of cards of your choosing and play it on stream. NNN, thank you very much for re-upping for the 6th month in a row. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Not very. It's bad scape shift. Oh no, you have a Doomblade? Rude. How many Grave Titans? I need to double check. I don't think they gave me a number. I might just put in 4 for the heck of it. This actually sucks because I don't have our black source in our hand. Fetch land. Fetch land. Fetch land. Fetch land. Fetch land. Fetch land. Or 3-drop. Fetch land or 3-drop. Deal. In. Trigger. We're gonna draw like Inspiring Vantage next turn. Just be very sad. This is a Naya token burn deck. There is a Stream Decker button on your screen to check that out with. If you don't have access to the Stream Decker widget, you can type !deck in chat to get a link to the deck list. Gosh, it was exactly the slow land I said it was gonna be too. Exactly the slow land I thought it was gonna be too. Temple of Tilt. Temple of Tilt. Stop calling your own shots. So, was today intentionally token themed? No, it just worked out that Abzan and Black-White were the first 2 decks at the top of the queue. And then, because we had 2 token themed deck, Wannabe Beetle bumped this 3rd one that was in the queue. Worst called shot. Yep. That counts for people who want the called shot bingo. Who want called shot on their bingo though. Just so you're aware. That counts. This Impact Tremors might go the distance here. They could likely stabilize a little bit here, but the Impact Tremors is likely going to run them out of the game. How'd Abzan tokens do? We punted 1 match to Merfolk and we won the other 4. Deck was really sweet. Felt really powerful and consistent. Chat. I have real Magic the Gathering cards. These were my favorite basics when I was a more casual player. I had a fully foil modern deck at one point. It played these beautiful basic lands. Gosh, that's rude. Can I draw a fetch land, please? Can we please draw a fetch land? Black mana is lethal. It really is. Those are Time Spiral, Lightning Bolt Islands. There's a Windswept Heath in this deck. Are there really Windswept Heaths in this deck? Why are there Windswept Heaths in this deck? Oh, that's super wrong. I didn't catch that. This deck should definitely be built so all of the fetches get the Blood Crypt. That's yeah, okay. I can't flash back souls, chat. Flashing back souls isn't an option. Main deck surgical extraction. Sure. Hedging against magic cards. There are a lot of magic cards out there, to be fair. Any spell is lethal. That's just like any non-creature spell is lethal at this point. Alright. Untapped lands are lethal. Non-creature spells are lethal. Black sources are lethal. Come on. That was a lethal attack. We're gonna figure it out, okay? We're gonna shh. No, Windswept Heath. No, yay! We did it. Hooray! I like that this is a no justice stream. It's my favorite kind of stream. Was half expecting more BBEs. If this was a stream that involved justice, we would have drawn BBEs there. Alright, so I want these for sure. This is probably a Swiftspear out matchup. I feel about trimming Boros Charm. I'm gonna trim Boros Charm. This deck is fire. Why would I bring in Abrade? Why would I bring in Abrade? For bridge. Honestly, I'd rather just, like, leave Boros Charm in my deck for bridge. I don't think I do. I think if they bridge us, I'm just gonna bring Boros Charm back in. We're, like, up a game. And, like, we have Impact Tremors and Burn Spells if they bridge us. And, like, also they have to get their hand completely empty for bridge to be relevant. Because a lot of our things will be 1/1s. I'm not taking responsibility for the mana. I bumped it, not built it. Fair. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this. I subscribe to the school of thought that you should just, like, not mulligan with decks that, against decks that have a bunch of discard spells. 3/4 of a year. Thanks for all the games. Thanks for the 9 months, -3 Karn. Thanks for keeping me employed here for another one, and welcome back. That got here last night, Team Flogger, when I got the artwork from Inkling. Keep Charm for board whites. Maybe I guess Charm covers both halves. It covers both bridge and it's decent. It's decent against bridge and cover sweepers. I don't know. I see that going either way. You don't know Modern Staple Crash Through? Thoroughly enjoying the content. Thanks and keep it up. Mojo, thanks for re-upping for the 2nd month in a row. Thanks for sharing the Bezo bucks this way this month. Ooh, Modern Staple Impact Tremors. Sometimes Mardu play sweepers. I've seen them play Anger and K-Return and stuff like that in the past. It's possible I should shock there to play around a, oh, that sucks. Bye-bye, Tremors. The Deke with that brand new Prime. Thanks for sharing that this way this month. I appreciate that. Thanks for helping keep me employed. Wow, they took bolts. Huh. That is interesting. I definitely need to get white here rather than get the Blood Crypt because there are way more white cards in my deck than there... I guess I can't cast these Atarka's commands with that. I really didn't want to shock myself. I don't know, that could go either way. Let's just draw some lands, please. Draw like 4th Atarka's command here, just be very sad. Lightning Helix, sign me up. Kill it with fire! Some rainbow pennies for my favorite streamers. Thank you, Saw3. I appreciate it. Land or Doomblade? Alright, that's modern staple cash crash through here. Don't mind me, just tripping. Tripping my way. Tripping my way downtown. So this is gonna be a end step, pop relic, poke you for 3, untap, play untapped land, Bloodbraid Elf you. Let's start by popping this so we could hit a Doomblade for this. There. So I'm doing this on their upkeep because if killing this induces them to want to play a spell, I want them to use the mana on their next turn cycle, so they lose some mana efficiency here. Like if they have a lightning bolt of their own, they might want to bolt me in response there, so that way they get a token out of it. I'm loosely rounding up add pennies, but I prefer it if you save them up for $1. Makes it just easier for me to track. And thank you, Squid, for the support. Fatal push your Lingering Souls tokens. Well, that seems like an interesting strategy. Let's see how it pays off for them. Y'all ready for this gut shot? Are you ready for the gut shot value? Are you ready for the gut shot value? Dr. Dre says, nothing, you idiots. Dr. Dre's dad is locked in my basement. Well, their hand is mono Doomblades, so let's just keep putting things into play here. This deck is too deep. They have seven cards in their hand. Are they gonna bin like 2 Bedlam Revelers here? Because their hand is just like 12 Bedlam Revelers. Discarded a Bedlam and a Linger. Wow, Dr. Peasy hasn't died yet. That's exciting. Can we get an untapped land here? Bloodbraid's just gonna like slide right into the end zone. Come on, come on. Ayo! Remember how this was the fetch land that doesn't get our flashback for Lingering Souls? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Let's do it. Alright. Give them the dirty D. Do the deed. Alright, so they're at 4, and I have 6 points of damage in my hand. Let's go. Let's go. Hey. Oh. Let's go. Hey. Oh. 3 cards in hand. Bin them to Bedlam. You got it. You got it. Got him. Got him. How we doing, folks? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everyone out there's having at least half a great day as I am having fun with a lot of different token decks today. My name's Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. This deck, like most of the decks we play on stream, I can't take credit for it. This is a viewer-submitted deck list. The people that support my content kind of dictate what we do and when we do it here, so I'm very grateful to all of them. So they get to choose the programming, basically. Past subscribing and donating for decks, the best way to support my content is to check out some of my very wonderful sponsors. MTGOtraders.com. I'd love to buy and sell some Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. BCW would like to help you protect all of your very valuable Magic assets. You can save 10% on sleeves, deck box, and all sorts of other gaming accessories at bcwsupplies.com using code Jeff10. Honey is a free browser add-on that when you install it using link bit.ly/HoogleHoney, you'll be supporting my content here at absolutely no cost to yourself. What Honey does is it takes a look at stuff you throw in your shopping cart and then searches automatically for some coupon codes to try and save you money on things you're going to be buying anyways. Lisa would like to get you on your way to a better night's sleep. Christy and I have been sleeping with Lisa for the last 3 months now, and we really enjoy it. I don't think we'd ever go back to traditional pillow top mattress. You can save $160 or more on your new Lisa mattress by checking out links bit.ly/HoogleBedUS and bit.ly/HoogleBedCA. And finally, I'd like to close my shill since we're still waiting on this anyways. But this thing right here next to me, the SCG Con ticker, that's for people that are helping send me to SCG Con. This job has a lot of perks, but unfortunately one of them is not PTO, so that $1,500 is going to go to cover not only my flight and room for that weekend, but also so I can afford to take the, the 5 days off of work that will be associated with going to the Invitational SCG Con. We did win a match, Wannabe Beetle. Yeah, I think so, Brickhouse. I was really surprised they didn't take it. $3 worth of value to see Just Kai Thing 3 days earlier. Love your content. Thank you, Sunko. Will do. I appreciate the support. That's just a reminder, too, that anybody that wants to donate $1 or 100 bits, you can always move decks up in the queue as well. What's our record? We are undefeated with this masterpiece. Duh. Deck's perfect. We're perfect. Magic's perfect. Magic's perfect so long as we don't talk about $250 box sets. That's, Wizards has finally figured out they can print money, chat. Be very afraid. Be very afraid. All right, so buttons on your underwear. Is that what you want to do? Do I want to leave up Doomblade here? I think I want to leave up the Bolt, right? It's gonna go Vantage go. This is a small opportunity cost here. I am potentially, I'm costing myself 2 points of life to be able to kill a 2-drop here, basically, is how it works. Yeah, right, Jat? But, what if we just, made the chase thing something that everybody wants? Full art cards. You mean people pay lots of money for border extensions? We should just print them like that. Probably fetch Basic Forest here. And then, grab Blood Crypt with one of these other two. It's like every time we need a Black Stars, we would rather have an Overgrown Tomb. It's an interesting thought. There's a lot of reading Impact Tremors. You're not wrong. If they don't Doomblade Young Pyromancer here, I'll probably just, pass back to my turn so we can get 2 tokens with this Lightning Bolt. Have you considered Esper Delver in Modern? Nope. I don't really build decks myself anymore. That's not true. I only build decks myself when I have an upcoming tournament, like when we worked on Blue-Red Tempo, or when people send me dollars to build specific things. So for the most part, I just play decks that people send me in and give me feedback on them. What should you get for dinner? Never not burritos. Burritos are always the answer. When you think the answer isn't burritos, stop and reassess the point to where you got in life that burritos are not the answer, because burritos are always the answer. Tacos are like sad burritos that are skinny. Why would you want a skinny burrito? Things not looking particularly good for our hero here. Jin, if you're looking for a card game that's not Magic for whatever reason, both the new Warhammer card game I know is great. I've been playing that a ton on my tablet, and Artifact looks promising. That's true. Sometimes Portillo's is an option. Sometimes Portillo's is an acceptable answer. Alright. I think I just want to turn into a more grindy deck. Gutshot seems pretty bad here. I think I'm gonna trim these. Seem fine. How many ways am I leaving in my deck to trigger Young Pyromancer here? Am I supposed to trim some Young Pyromancers? I guess I have a good chunk. I've got 18. That's probably fine. The Warhammer game is called Age of Sigmar Champions. The Warhammer game is currently only on phones and tablets. It installs on phones as well. They're in closed beta currently. They're supposed to exit closed beta this month. I've been playing their closed. I should asterisk that. They're supposed to be coming out of closed beta this month. What do I order from Portillo's? They have a veggie croissant that I like. It's like not amazing, but fine. Impact Tremors into Pyromancer plus Modern Staple Crash Through. That's true. Soul's Flashback is a good one to point out there. Isn't every Violent Outburst a fair Violent Outburst? The cheese fries are really good. Portillo's is just like A+ French fries. The Warhammer game is really sweet because it integrates physical and digital together. Their digital client has a Hearthstone-like CCG model where you can craft and dust cards that you earn in-game. But if you buy physical cards, you can scan the physical cards into the game, so your paper collection matches your digital collection if you want it to. I'm just going to go ahead and play Crash Through here as a cantrip. Just like get my token. The lag as they read Crash Through. Magic's great. Five, 6 Tarmogoyf's a big boy. We basically like need a relic to kill that, right? That would probably be too good. The gameplay's very different, Jin. Like, I've been playing it, I don't know, I've probably played, you know, getting close to 3 digits worth of games at this point in the time I've had to play, and I still don't fully understand how to measure, like, when I'm winning and when I'm losing. It's very interesting. The resource system the game uses is great. Thanks for being a consistent source of entertainment. Take my Amazon Fun Money. Cold Shoulder, thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks this way this month. Welcome back. This is second Goyf. Second Goif is a little scary. That is effectively a second Goif. What are Bezos bucks? So Jeff Bezos is the owner of Amazon. So the joke is you're taking money from him and giving it to a Twitch streamer. All right. I'm gonna run upstairs and grab my Chipotle out of the fridge. I'll just be 30 seconds. I'll be right back. So the Warhammer game is there. All right, I'm running real quick. All right, let's sit down. Let's sit down and feed my fat face. Everyone leave for a minute. Oliver Thoss, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support there. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Nine people joined while I was gone. God bless. God bless. I like gold Chipotle. Chipotle is great in all forms. The new emote got added last night when I got the artwork from what's her name? Green Fish, huh? I think I'm gonna offer to trade Atarka's Command for Curse Catcher here. I'm gonna offer to trade Atarka's Command for Curse Catcher here. I think that's the right one. These commands are so terribly coded. I think this is Temple Garden here. Could get a red source. Usually I look for more than that average bloom. Usually I look for a $50 donation to build decks. Otherwise I just have to build because like I actually spend, it takes me like an hour plus sometimes looking through cards to like put a deck together. There's only so much time in the day. all deck submissions should go through the forum that's linked under the stream. The fact that we flooded out here ended up being really good for us. Why would I bolt in response to the activation? This seems fine. Why would I cast in response? Remember, please remember, you need to tell me, you need to include reasons for telling me I've made bad plays, or it's a quick way to get a 10-minute break. Why, think about what that means. Why do I care about Curse Catcher? Like, why? I would much rather them have less fish in play than, like, guaranteed resolve my bolt. Like, exactly what just happened could happen, and I get to completely savage them, right? Like, I don't really care about Curse Catcher or 1-drop here. Sure, it signals bolt, but, like, I was just saving time. We were gonna end up where we were getting to. They can't play around it. They're forced to make their play. Like, I signal bolt and they still double blocked. Yeah, I just wanted my auto pass value. Like, sure, you're technically correct that it's, like, marginally optimal to wait, but, like, in the grand scheme of things, it's ultimately gonna end up in the same place. And, like, making little plays like that is one of the many reasons that I'm constantly up on clock when I'm playing against people on Magic Online. Do I want any of this other stuff? I don't think I want Alliance or Wear Tear, right? I think I just want, like, my actual Doomblades. Depending on how Standard ends up looking, I will be accepting donation decks for Standard. If Standard ends up being miserable again, I probably will do very few. But if it's good, yeah, we'll probably play plenty of Standard. We'll still play plenty of Modern. At most, we'll be half and half. Hutter Ho, thanks for sharing that Bezo bucks this way this month. I appreciate that. Manamorphose actually seems really sweet. We've had trouble flashing back Lingering Souls too. It would help fix that problem also. If you added Manamorphose to this deck, you could probably stand to cut a land as well, which would be kind of, excuse me, probably nice. This was a really good draw, believe it or not. Yeah, basically, Pirate. That's the bar. How competitive are my bad decks? Tier 3 subs still get to add their one deck per month, Frost Kitty. So the cheapest way to get a deck into the queue while it's slowed is a Tier 3 sub. Otherwise, $50+ donation gets a new deck into the queue during the slow. It also, like, that $50+ donation goes in there with the 60 points that I add $50 decks with. So it'll be played fairly quickly too. Tier 3 subs are the more expensive subs. They're $24.99 a month. And on my channel, Tier 3 subs get to add a new deck every month to the queue when they renew. That comes with 30 points. I don't think so, Sal. The trample text really isn't relevant in JAC, and there's just, like, better blue cantrips you could be playing. So, it's not, Jordan. It's possible to submit a deck that doesn't get played for a while, but decks accumulate 1 point in the queue for each day they've sat in the queue. So, if somebody adds a deck with 10 points, usually decks get played when they have around 60 to 65 points is about what it works out to. So it'll sit in there for a while, but eventually we get to it. And that's why I have the system normally when we don't have a ton of decks where it's so cheap to add a deck, because I want everybody to be able to participate. Like $10 isn't nothing, but you know, like that's a burrito, that's a movie ticket. A lot of people have $10 to throw at entertainment at some point. So, while I know that game it looked awkward with the Spreading Seas, they're not going to have Spreading Seas in Vial every game. And I think in a deck like what we're playing, the correct axis to attack this matchup on is by attacking their creatures in play, not their cards like Spreading Seas and Aether Vial that technically don't impact the board. Opponent has disconnected here. That's unfortunate. Womp womp. Anybody else in chat keep up with the artifact videos that happened over the weekend at PAX? The game's looking sweet. It's exciting that there's going to be a new player in the digital trading card game market too, since Wizards of the Coast is moving away from being able to trade in Arena. Yeah, I watched a bunch of it. When Artifact hits beta where we can stream it, I'm definitely gonna be streaming some of that. One of my buddies was able to get me a key from PAX, so that's great. Show a video on stream while we wait for the opponent. I guess I could technically do that. Yeah, it's tough. Like, they have a couple how to play videos, but even after watching the how to play videos, I'm not sure I fully follow all the gameplay. The fact that they have a spectator client already is really awesome. Like, not even Hearthstone has an official spectator client. Yeah, Artifact is the new card game that's based on the Dota world. It's being designed by Richard Garfield and being created by Valve. Fragnads has been retired. Sounds good. Thanks, Frozen. I don't have a lot of hair, so we cut it. Dota, the MOBA card game. I need to take a moment to plug all these people. These people are great. These people are also great. Yeah, I did watch the PAX streams. I'm not sure I fully understand how the priority system works where people are playing cards back and forth in the turn cycle. And like, I've watched the turn flow, but I'm not sure I fully get like what the ordering is. And I'm sure once I play it once or twice, it'll just click once I've played it. But without playing it, it feels like it's kind of hard to gauge. Yeah, shilling. Listen, I do a full shill like once every hour and a half, okay? The King of DC. Is that the King of Disconnect or like DC the town? At any rate, we've got an opponent again. Let's do it. Almost done with my wife's Chipotle, so I'll be back momentarily. It's always very predictable. It's mostly predictable what I'm going to be playing. The decks that we still have coming up later today are listed in my stream title, and decks that we'll be playing past the ones in my stream title at a later date in the future are all listed in the donation queue document. So Cheerios was theoretically going to move up a little bit because it qualified for Meme Monday, but we ended up not getting to it because people bumped other things up. Curse Catcher. Hopefully this Curse Catcher tries to trade with Pyromancer here. Yeah, this is great for us. Juju control, get 1/1, deal 3 damage. So we get to gobble up this Curse Catcher here. Sweet. I'm sure there's so many people in chat right now. They're just like, told him to bring in the Werthers, Erpa. Like, the fact that they've drawn 2 Spreading Seas in 10 cards every game has just been so absurd. Garfield, so basically every Magic set in recent memory that Garfield has that has been a smashing success, Garfield has worked on. Garfield has an open door invitation to come back and work with Wizards on things. So Garfield did design on Return to Dominaria, the Dominaria set that we did recently, whatever that set was called. And he also, before that, he did work on the original Innistrad set, which are both, like, considered wildly successful sets. Because they have great designs in them. Well, make him. He's a human being with free will. So he's allowed to do whatever he wants. Also, if you eat candy for every meal, candy stops being exciting. So if every set is designed by him, eventually you run out of sweet things, right? You need some variety. Sure, yeah, if you give him enough money, he'll work on things. But, like, let's be honest. There's Wizards money and then there's Valve money, right? And Richard's probably just someone who wants to work on a variety of things, I would imagine. Like, he designed the recent Fantasy Flight game Keyforge. I would be surprised if, like, obviously we don't know his financial assets, but, like, with what he's done and the success he's had, I genuinely, like, the position he's at in life, I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if, like, money isn't a huge motivating factor for him, wherever he's at. Like, he might just, like, there's like, a very reasonable chance that he just, like, lives comfortably and just, like, wants to do things that keep him interested and entertained, right? This is a bad hand to have against Valakut. Our hand does not apply much pressure. LOL, 4 months, I could have spent that money on beer. But to be fair, $20 does not buy that much beer and pizza. But thank you. Thank you for the third of your support. I appreciate that. Thanks for re-upping and welcome back. Did you know that this card lets you put a land from your hand into play? So I'm going to bolt them and put a land into play here. Thanks for checking out, honey. Whoever just did that, I appreciate it. Well, that's a good draw. That's a good one. So we get to make 2 tokens here, and then next turn we get to double linger. Yeah, the gameplay for Artifact seems really neat. One of the things that I really like about Artifact is that it's like just like a genuinely different game than Magic, right? Like there's a lot of games like Eternal and Hex, and there's others. They're just like, they're like varying forms of like Magic Light. And like the game system that like the Warhammer card game and the Artifact work on as far as resources are concerned are just like completely different axes. So there aren't like direct parallels like we draw with these other games. No, of course the Mentor doesn't die. That's why it's awesome. That's why it's awesome. They're dead to bolts. Probably. Skater, thanks for using my affiliate link to check out Honey. I appreciate the support. Alright. I assume we're dead next turn, but I'm going to linger to prove a point. And that's that, you know, I can do some stuff before we die. Fun fact. Valakut isn't legendary because when Valakut was printed, the legendary rule was when you played a legendary, their legendary card died. They both died. And they didn't want players stone raining each other with the same legendary lands in Standard. They thought that that was too big of a feel bad experience. So that's why Valakut's not legendary. So they didn't want you to play Valakut to stone rain their Valakuts. It is an unfortunate historic reason. You are not wrong. I got some good news, Twitch chat. My article went up today. And as someone who makes a lot of Magic content, I know the only thing Twitch chat likes more than surgical extractions and stone rains is sideboard guides. And my article today is another one of my Stream Gems posts. We've got a sideboard guide for my Mardu Pyromancer list in here. We got a sideboard guide for Abzan Lonepox. We've got a sideboard guide for Blue Black Fairies. So if you're interested in any of those 3 decks, or even if you're not, you know, go give it a click. Clicks are great. Post that link in chat here in a second. Because I know what gets you going, Twitch chat. We've worked together for a long time. We've worked together for a long time. Surgical extraction, stone raid, sideboard guides. That's your top 3. You might not think it is, but that is. Trust me. Trust me, I know you. You can find my articles every week on CoolStuffInc.com. There's a link to my history of articles there. Mind of Mirrodin with the $10 donation. The Jeff Hoagland School of Critical Analysis and Discourse was a great summer class to prepare me for grad school. Here's my tuition, put it towards SCGCon. Thank you very much for the support. I really appreciate that. Get the thermometer up to 282. This is a sweet curve. I'm excited to die. I'm excited to die in a blaze here in a turn or two. Don't anger the gods, don't swelter the suns. God bless you. Things Twitch chat loves. Go play cards in real life and get drooled on by rabid fans. Thank you, Great Germ. I appreciate the bits. That's a bolt. We'll save that for later. Alright, this is going to be Bloodbraid Elf into Violent Outburst into, I don't know, Atarka's Command. Alpine Moon. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. So you're saying there's a chance. All I need is a chance, chat. All I need is a chance. Take a chance on me. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. No, the best hit was Violent Outburst into Alpine Moon. Violent Outburst into Alpine Moon was better. But this was top 2. We can kind of go wide around the Titans here, right? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right, so if I bolt them, they block here and then they die. Triggers. Alright, so Bolt keeps them alive here to allow them to rip a Sweeper or a Disenchant. They can go block, Bolt, take 3, 7. No, they're dead. They're dead even through Bolt, right? No, it's only 7. Yeah, they bolt here, they take 7. Alright. Slife! Thank you for the 8-month resubscription there. I really appreciate it. Thanks for re-upping for another month in a row, and welcome. Alpine Moon's a very reasonable card against these big mana decks. Like, a lot of the time people look at these decks that could, like, maybe kind of play Blood Moon, and a question people often ask is, well, would you rather Blood Moon or Alpine Moon is why? And then the answer to that question really kind of lies in which decks do you want to beat. And Alpine Moon is much better against these big mana decks like Valakut and Tron than Blood Moon is, because Blood Moon is just very slow. Looking for some lands. Unfortunately, got to bottom the threat because we need some lands. This hand is what you could call ambitious. But I've got my Alpine Moon, and I've got some burn spells. So let's just, like, chip in a chair. They mulligan to 6 as well. There's a chance they didn't have Disenchant in their deck last game. They almost certainly have Disenchant in their deck this game. So, gonna be a little bit tougher. Hey, that's an eventual threat, I suppose. Hopefully we, run off a few lands here. Eternal Witness is okay. The problem with Eternal Witness is that I think a lot of the problems Black Green Rock have don't stem down to the fact that, like, you don't have enough grind. Like, I think the deck has enough grind for the most part. I think the issues with Black Green Rock are people getting under you. So I think if I was looking to add another card that could potentially grind at Black Green Rock, I think it would be Liliana the Last Hope. Last Hope does a good job of not only generating value. Clearly the Scribe Bug at work. Not only does Last Hope generate some value for you, but she also, like, helps you contain small creature decks, which is really nice. There's a lot of games that she just, like, completely takes over. Rats! They saw the line of not killing the Impact Tremors. It's unfortunate. Am I supposed to have killed this? It's possible I'm supposed to have killed this here. I think we're probably pretty dead here. I would like the record to reflect. That we played more games than anticipated. We played four matches that league. All right, let's tie it all back in here and think about what this deck does. Every time you have Lingering Souls and red lands in your deck, I think not just playing Faithless Looting is kind of absurd. We flooded out a number of those games, and we also screwed a couple of times, and, like, that's going to happen in Magic, but Faithless Looting is a card that could help that happen less often. I think, again, as far as, like, deck building requirements go, there's probably just, while I think this core of this kind of, like, tokens as strategy could be okay, I think we saw a lot of some of the same issues that the Black-White tokens deck had that we played earlier today. I think we've got a number of cards that are kind of just too cute, that just, like, while they're okay, they kind of, when we don't have something else going on, they don't really synergize well, or they're only synergy cards on individually powerful cards, is what I'm trying to say. So, like, these cards, while they're like good when you're winning and they can, like, pull you out ahead further, they're not really good when you're not ahead, right? So I think I would aim to, like, add Faithless Looting, probably max some Lingering Souls. Someone else earlier suggested Manamorphose. I think Manamorphose seems very reasonable. Manamorphose helps you flashback the Faithless Looting. It also helps randomly with, like, things like Spreading Seas, but that's not really a thing in Modern for the most part. SGX Trouble, thank you very much for the brand new Twitch Prime support there. I appreciate that. Welcome. Alrighty.